It's Danielle. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to make Italian pot pie. And I'm making it from my Season's Best cookbook, and this one is from Fall Winter 2010. I love these recipes because they're really easy to follow, simple recipes. We have appetizers, main dishes, and desserts in our Season's Best cookbooks. And we come out with 2 new cookbooks every year. So be sure to stock up, keep these. I love that having these on hand. They make great little greeting cards that you can mail to people. You can put a little greeting in here and say happy birthday or happy anniversary and mail it to people. So these are really, really great. And they're cheaper than a greeting card these days. They're only $2 for the recipe book. So like I said, today we're doing Italian pot pie, and I'm using my 12-inch skillet, and I love our cookware. Before Pampered Chef, I always had junky cookware, but these are lifetime guaranteed pots and pans. The bases are much thicker than the sides, so it works for even heat distribution. So it's going to cool or cook your foods more thoroughly and evenly, distributing the heat throughout the pan. And sometimes, if you're anything like me, you forget to take your meat out of the freezer, you can lay it in here on the kitchen counter and it will defrost your meats for you in about a half an hour. Love it. If you hang your pots and pans, you can hang them from this. And all of our lids, love that they have the glass on them, so you're not going to lift them off and lose the valuable nutrients that are inside looking at what's in there. But the lids also can fit right over the top, so that when you hang them, they always stay together. Because I hate that when you go to look for the top of a pot and you can never find it. So they're always together, which is really nice. So these are lifetime guaranteed. They're oven safe to 400 degrees. Wonderful, wonderful cookware. Before I started Pampered Chef, like I said, I always had junky cookware, and I would have the pan that was no longer round or the lid didn't fit on. If you don't have a good set of pots and pans, do yourself a favor and invest in a set, or get them for free by hosting a show. I'd love to help you. So I'm going to go ahead and cook my sausage. I have a bulk Italian sausage in here, and I'm going to go ahead and put that on the stove top. And I'm going to put it on medium-high, and we're going to cook that for about 4 minutes. But in between, we'll go ahead and use that mix and chop. I'll show you that in a minute, to break apart the sausage as you're cooking it. Great, great tool. So our recipe today called for some mushrooms sliced. My hubby bought the package of them sliced, but I'm going to go ahead and dice them. I'm going to use my quick slice. This thing is awesome. I can do like 7 strawberries at one time to slice them. I use this for cucumber, for zucchini, for onions, for tomatoes, all your salad fixings. 1, 2, 3. Chop up everything. Nice and nice, easy. So I'm just going to go ahead and put them on and just show you how cool this is. You just slice right down all the way, and now you've got these wonderful little slices. The recipe just calls for them sliced, so I'm not going to dice all of them. I just wanted to show you how cool it is because it's such a great product. I'm going to chop up my bell pepper. These are our forged cutlery knives, German forged steel from the tip of the blade to the back of the handle. It's all one piece. Quality cutlery. This piece comes in your starter kit when you start your business with Pampered Chef, and everybody should try on our apron because it's an amazing business opportunity that you can work part-time, full-time, temporarily, or permanent. It's a great, great business investment. So when you cut your bell pepper, you're just going to come around ever so gingerly, not to go all the way through. And then when you do that, you twist, and then most of the time all the seeds will stay in the top. If you still have some on the inside, you can use this. It's a little scoop loop. It has little teeth on all 4 sides, and this is great to get your seeds out of your strawberry, your tomatoes, your cucumber, bell pepper. So you just kind of reach inside, and look at that. How cool is that? Pulls out all the stuff on the inside. Scrape that out. Now my bell pepper is all ready. I'm going to use my veggie wedger. This one I use for oranges, tomatoes, potatoes. When I make wedged potatoes, I put them on my stoneware, spritz them with some olive oil or garlic-infused canola oil with our kitchen spritzer. You definitely do not want to use Pam or Baker's Joy. Lots of bad additives in there, but get our kitchen spritzer and you can put your own olive oil in there. So I'm just put my pepper on there. It has the blades here. You just kind of align them down with the blades on the bottom, and then you've got perfect little wedges. Isn't that awesome? I am going to go ahead and use my food chopper to chop them up. I did just want to show you how awesome that is. 7 hits does a full rotation with the food chopper. Love that. Love also how it comes apart and all goes in the dishwasher. So you just take it apart, throw it in the dishwasher, it goes back together just like the prongs of an outlet, 2-in-1. And then this just simply screws on. If for some reason you break this piece, drop it on your tile floor like I have in the past, you can get replacement parts. Everything that we sell comes with a warranty or a guarantee. The food chopper has a I believe it's 5-year warranty. If after the 5 years you break this piece, you don't have to buy a whole new food chopper. You can just buy this one plastic piece. How cool is that? I love that. So I'm not going to waste the rest of this bell pepper. I'm going to just come around and cut that up nice because we don't want to waste that. Now I just can throw away the unused part, and then I'm just going to go ahead and finish chopping that up. 7 hits, remember, full rotation. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. I'm going to come over here and check out how my meat is coming along. I did preheat my oven to 400 for the pot pie. This mix and chop is great for your chopped meat, ground beef. I also use it when I want to do meatloaf or meatballs and to incorporate all of my ingredients. But instead of using a spatula, look at that. You just twist it and it's going to break apart your meat for you nice and easy. We need some more time on that. It's not quite ready, so I'm just going to wait on that a little bit longer. And while we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and use my onion. So if you're going to use an onion, you always want, if I'm only going to use half of the onion today, I would always reserve the part with the roots in my refrigerator because it'll cause less tearing, it'll stay together longer, it'll hold together better, and it'll stay fresh longer. So you always want to save the root in your refrigerator. But I'm going to go ahead and use the whole onion today. So I'm going to cut the top and the bottom off of my onion. We're going to go ahead and peel that, and then I'm going to chop this up to add to the ingredients. And I'm going to use my veggie spiralizer. Jude, would you hand that to me? It's right in that bottom cabinet right there. I'm going to go, oh, never mind. I cut it in half already. I don't know what I was thinking. Never mind. I'm just going to I'll use the manual food processor to show you guys Manuel, my kitchen assistant. I love the manual food processor. One of my favorite products. I use this for salsa, hummus, pesto, smoothies. It has 3 blades that are different heights, so it's going to chop up everything nice and even. It has the little divots on the inside, which is going to cause the food to come back to the center. And if I make salsa or hummus or pesto or smoothies in here, I can then take the blade out, and I can it has a separate lid that it comes with, and then I can put it in the fridge to save it for later. So the blade goes in. I'm going to put my pieces of onion in here. And you don't want to overfill it, and then you just open. It goes up to 35 miles per hour. And it's U-powered, so the more you pump, the finer it gets. Beautiful, beautiful pieces in here, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and just dump this on here, and then put the rest of my onion in. You guys can see how beautiful that chopped it up. Look at that. Beautiful pieces of onion right there. So nice and easy. You could use the food chopper for this too. I just find that this is easy to use. And no tears. Really important. So we're just going to take all those onions out, put those in here. So I've got my onion done, I got my bell pepper ready. I'm going to check on my meat here. As you can see, I can just chop up, break it apart like this, and it's cooking nicely in the pan. It smells so good in here, you guys. So that's got a little bit more to go. So we have, we need some garlic. We're going to use 3 cloves of garlic. So if any of you guys buy minced garlic in a jar, you want to definitely just buy yourself a good head of garlic and then pull your cloves. I have 1 there, 2, and then 3 And I'm going to put the couple extra because I love garlic. So I don't think you can ever have enough garlic in your recipe. So if you use minced garlic in a jar, I want to encourage you not to do that because the garlic is in formaldehyde. Most of them that come in that little liquid jar in your refrigerator. And nothing beats the flavor of fresh garlic. So this is our garlic press. It houses a little nifty tool. It looks like a little Barbie hairbrush. And you just put your cloves of garlic in when you don't drop them on the floor. Skin and all. You don't have to peel them first. And I'm going to go ahead and put 2 in because they're kind of small. And I'm going to just press them right on top of my onions. Here, look at this. All comes out, all the garlic, and inside keeps the skin. So now I just use that little tool to scrape out the skin right into the trash so my fingers never ever have to touch the garlic. If I do get the smell of garlic on my hands, I can just rub them on my stainless garlic press or sink, and it'll take the smell of onion, fish, or garlic right off your hands. So good little tip to know in case most people say lemon juice, but if you don't have lemon juice on hand, you have something in your kitchen that's stainless that you can rub your hands on. Hopefully you'll have our garlic press. Okay, so we need our onion, bell pepper, mushrooms, and garlic. We're going to add that all to the skillet and continue to cook. Oh, I wish you guys could smell this recipe. Breaks it up so nice and fine. So if you're making tacos and you want to make ground beef real fine, this tool is what you need in your kitchen. It is so awesome. Instead of using a spatula, this breaks it up beautifully. So we're going to go ahead and add the onions, the bell pepper, and the garlic right to the recipe. And this is a great recipe because it's all in one pot. I love easy recipes like that you just use all in one pot. Okay, so we're going to add the onion, the mushrooms too. All right. What else do we need in there? I'm going to mix that up. This is one of our scrapers, and I love these because they're heat resistant to 650 degrees. So you can leave it right in your frying pan and you won't have to worry about it. It does not stain or discolor, and there's no opening up in here where the food can get stuck in there. So it's really much nicer to have in your kitchen. I'm just mixing this up. And then we're going to cook this for about 2 minutes to let it all incorporate these delicious flavors together. All right. So we'll let that for about 2 minutes. While that's going, I'm going to just check. I think I have to open up my jar of pizza sauce. So this is just a regular jar of pizza sauce. This is our jar opener. So if you don't have enough strength to open up your jars and there's nobody in the house to help you, this one is great because it has the little holes here, so you can put it underneath your kitchen cabinets if you like to permanently put it there with screws, or you can just hold it in your hand. It goes from all the way from a really big pickle jar down to a nail polish. So this is a great tool to have. So you just kind of slide it on the top and then twist, and it opens it up for you nice and easy. And then we have our can opener, and this is a must-have. So you don't have to have an electric can opener. This one is great, so if you have power outages, you have your regular manual can opener. And when I first got this, I could not figure out how to open it. It's very easy if you just follow along. You just sit it on top just like that. Just set it down just like that. And then you start turning, and now it's attached. And you're going to twist until you go all the way around, and you'll hear a little click noise to know that you've gone all the way around. And once you've gone all the way around, you hear a little click noise. Then you just turn it backwards to release the grasp. It has a little like Pac-Man guy on the side here. And you're just going to grab your can, squeeze it, and lift off the top, and then it's off. And the nice thing is I can rub my fingers on here and no cuts because there's no sharp edges. So I don't have to worry about cutting the inside my scrapers or my fingers. So no cuts, which is really, really nice. So we're going to mix that up, and then we're going to stir in our pizza sauce and tomatoes. So let's give this a stir. This looks so good. delicious. I think we're going to let that cook just for another minute before I add in the pizza sauce. So while we're waiting, I'm going to show you guys my cheese grater. And you always want to buy a block of cheese compared to pre-shredded cheese, because pre-shredded cheese has sawdust mixed in with it. It's called cellulose. It's not cellulite. Cellulite is what's on my legs. But cellulose is a form of sawdust. So save yourself, you don't want some sawdust in your recipe. So buy a block of cheese. It costs less, it tastes better, it melts better, and there's no sawdust. This is one of our cheese graters. This is our micro fine cheese grater. And this is great for your hard cheeses, your Asiago, Romano, Parmesan, or to grate nutmeg or ginger or chocolate or carrots. So this one, if you notice, is to the right a little bit, this part. So to open it, you just kind of pull here, and then you can do it directly over the top of the bowl, or you can do it over the counter like this. So I love that everything we sell is sharp, has a protective cover for your fingers, so you're not going to cut your fingers. And then we have our food holder. So you just slide the food holder on the top. I'm going to put my piece of Parmesan cheese in there. And now I just can grate so nice and easy. And there's just nothing like the taste of fresh cheese. Just tastes so much better. And if you're grating like your softer cheeses, like a cheddar or Colby Jack, Monterey, they're softer and they kind of roll when you're near the end. So if you freeze them for about 10 minutes, they'll be less likely to roll. All right, so I'm going to remove that from the heat a second. I'm going to bring it over here so you guys can get a better look. So we just have our sausage, our mushrooms, peppers, and onions, and garlic in here. And it's looking quite delicious. Now I'm just going to add my tomatoes and pizza sauce. Such an easy recipe, you guys. And I love easy recipes like that. I like the scrapers because I hate wasting stuff. So I can really reach in and try to get everything out of the jar and not waste much at all. Okay, so I'm going to incorporate this all, and then this is going to cook for about 2 minutes to heat up the sauce and the tomatoes. I love that the lids are glass on the top of my skillets too, because while you're cooking, like I said, you don't have to take off the top and lose the valuable nutrients that are inside, because you can see how it's cooking through the top. I also like that they're oven safe, which is so great. So in a minute we're going to put that in the oven. So for right now, I have to get out my pizza crust. So I bought a package of pre-shredded, pizza crust. And I have my bread knife. So a bread knife is always going to have the serrated edges. And when you use a bread knife, you're not going to want to apply pressure. You're going to want to use mostly a sawing motion back and forth. And you'll have much better cuts when you do that. All right, so I'm just going to open that up, and then I'm going to cut it this way so I can kind of make half moons. And if you notice, I'm using a sawing action, like I said, instead of using a cut like a pressure. And then we're going to make 12 half moons. So I'm going to cut here 6. So you want to have 12 little circles or 24 half moons. And then what we're going to do is put them strategically on the top of the sauce and mixture. I'm going to turn that off. Look how delicious that looks. So yummy. So I'm just going to give that a good little mix there. And then we're going to put the topping on. So this is kind of like a little Italian pot pie, and I'm so anxious to taste this recipe. I've actually never made this one before, but it looks so yummy and delicious.
It looks so good.
I wish I could invite you guys over to eat with us. So I'm just going to place these around the top of the whole thing, and then this is going to go in the oven for 12 to 15 minutes. I'm going to top it with some mozzarella cheese and Parmesan and some of our Italian seasoning. So all of our seasoning, spices, and sauces are gluten-free. Look how yummy. It smells good, huh, Jude?
Mm-hmm.
Jude is my cameraman, and he's over there going, oh, it looks so good.
It does look really good.
And he'll be able to taste it soon, so he'll be happy. All right, so I have that done, and now it says to sprinkle the cheese over the top. So I have my cheese already done. This is the mozzarella I had already finished before. And I'm going to just put that over the whole top. Oh my, this is going to be so delicious. And then we're going to take a picture when it's finished and show you guys what it looks like as the finished product when it comes out. Oh my goodness, so yummy. So the Parmesan cheese over the top too. And then I'm going to use my Italian seasoning and just sprinkle some on top. And then this goes in the oven, like I said, for 12 to 15 minutes. And I can't wait for it to be done. Turn it. You can end it now. Okay, so our recipe is finished. I'm going to get it out of the oven. Oh my goodness. That looks absolutely amazing. I wish you were here to have some with us, but we're going to go enjoy it now. Have a great day.